Okay, so today Llama 3.1 was released. We got different model versions this time. We have the 8 billion model, the 70 billion, and the 405 billion, which is the new one. Now I share with you, it said Llama 3.1 was released today, 8 billion, 7 billion, 70 billions, and 405 billion. Now, if you go down here, you can right click on it and you can download, and I'm going to explain it to you how to download the model. Keep in mind that for the 405 billion, it's going to be a lot of space required and computational as well, but we're going to go even on the details later on the video. So if you go down here, the important part is how it performed compared with before Llama 3. So basically it's the same data set that they were using. They just tweak a couple things to make it smarter and easier to use. So you can see here the 8 billion, for example, is 73 in MMLU compared to 65, which is a big improvement. Here's the same, 86 on the 70 billion compared to 80, and then the 405 is 88. I think that for that amount, I think for the computational intensive of the 405, the 70 billion should be the way to go, because you can run it on, let's say, 2 GPUs if it's not a quantized version. Now we're going to talk about that later on the video. So overall, it's a big improvement compared to the Llama 3. So 3.1 should be better. And one of the main features here is that they incorporate multiple languages. So now Latin America is fully covered. You got Spanish, a bunch of different languages. And on top of that, you can actually create images this time with the model. So you can ask the model to create an image, and everything is built in right now. So now what we're gonna do is to see how we can download the model. So the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna go to llama.meta AI. And then here, if you wanna download the 70 billion, you just click download. And then you're gonna put your name, your information, and it's gonna give you a link. So once you put that information, it's gonna open a link page like this one here. And this page is gonna have the GitHub repository that you need to clone, and then the link. This link down here, it will be specifically for you, and you have 24 hours and you can download all these models. Keep in mind that for the 405 billion, you're gonna need 780 gigs of memory storage, if no more. Now, let's go down here so we can talk about what the model's requirements are. So basically the 70 billion and the 8 billion, they're gonna run the same way that they were running before on your hardware. But if you have to see a node for the 405, and this is pretty interesting here. Let's zoom in a little bit because we're gonna talk about it. So we're releasing a 405 billion model to accommodate a large size and facilitate multiple deployment options. There's a multiple deployment options. Right now here you see they have the instruction one, which is the one you can chat with. And we have the MPS, the MP16 and FP8. Now, what's the difference between them? So the MP16 is a model parallel 16, is the full version of the BF16 weights. This is the bigger model they have, so everything is as it come. And the minimum requirement to run this is 2 nodes with 8 GPUs to serve. So basically what they're telling you here is you need 2 computers, 2 servers, each of them with 8 GPUs, so 16 GPUs in total. And of course, they're talking about the H100 or the A100. So we're talking about the 80 gigs GPU. So you can think that to run this model for a normal person is almost impossible. So the second one is the MP8. Now, the MP8 used the BF16 weight. And in this case, you can run on a single node and 8 GPUs. Again, it's a single node, but it's gonna be 8 GPUs, A100 or H100. So you're not gonna be able to run it on 8 GPUs 4090s, at least the no quantized version of the model. Then we have the FP8. Now, FP8, keep in mind, this is what basically NVIDIA call it transformer engine. The reason they call it like that is because it's specified on the H100, for example. The chip has an engine like tensor cores, but it has a specific engine for INT8 or FP8, which increase the performance and which increase how fast the model can generate tokens. And now all these models come in this FP8 because it's faster for them for doing inference. So it's a quantized version of the weight. And this weight, of course, again, can be served on a single server with 8 GPUs. So again, it's going to be 8 GPUs, but don't expect to be 4090s, probably it's H100s. And they provide reference how to run it. Now, here's the important part. 405 model requires significant storage and computational intensive. So approximately 750 gigs of memory on disk, and it's going to be around that amount, if no more, for GPU. So basically you will need two servers to run this if you want to run that version. Now, there's different versions you can run. Probably you're gonna find a version of the models online like this one on Hugging Face later on when they quantize in K8 or K5. And for those who don't know what is that, it's basically you take the model, you shrink it so it can fit in your hardware, but you lose performance. So some you can lose in K8 you don't lose that much of performance, but if you go down K5, K4, then you start losing more performance on the model. In some cases it doesn't matter, but I think if you have to quantize a big model like that and you lose performance, then better use a 70 billion parameter model. Okay, so those are the things here they provide at the bottom. So once you have this link, I'm going to show you now how to download the models. So once you have the link, you're going to click on download instructions, and then it's going to keep you to get you to the Llama models. You're going to click here on top and then click code and copy this command here. Then we're going to open a terminal if you are on a Mac or in Linux. So you're going to open a terminal and then you're going to clone the link. I'm going to go to my download folder and then I'm going to make a folder, say Llama 3.1 for example. I'm going to go to that folder 3.1 and then you're going to do git clone and download the model, the repository, and then download the repository. Then once you're there, then you're gonna go inside the model, inside the repo. You know you are inside the repo because you're in the main folder, and then you're gonna see a couple of things. You have to navigate now to the models. So cd models. Then you are inside. This time we're gonna download the 3.1. So we do Llama 3.1. And then here you have a couple files. The important one is the download sh. And this file, we have to run it, and then it's going to ask us for the link that they send us, and that's the one we're going to use here. Okay. So if you are on Mac on Linux, you can do bash and then and then // and you do download sh, and it's going to ask you right away here for the URL. Then you're going to go to a website where the URL was created, that they give it to you. You're gonna go down here, you're gonna copy that URL, copy, and then you paste it here. After you paste it, it's gonna list all the models that are available. Right now, for example, if you want to download the 70B, you can do a so or the AB. In this case, let's say I want to download the AB, and then just copy that, paste it here, and then press enter. It's gonna give you what the model has. In this case, for example, it has the instruction model and the normal one. If you press enter, it's going to download both. If you want to select a specific one, let's say the instruction, you just copy and paste it here, and it's going to start downloading the model. So if you want to download the Meta Llama 3 405 billion, you're going to copy that, and you're going to see here they have a bunch of them. So you got all the versions that I explained you before, the MP16, the MP8, and you probably want to download the FP8. This is the only one that probably is going to run on a machine if you have an H100 machines, 8 GPUs. So we can start with this one, and what I'm going to do in my next video, probably going to download that model. I'm downloading it right now. I'm going to quantize this one so I can bring it down as much as I can, probably K8 or K5. And then I'm going to upload it for you. So we're going to try how it's going to work on different hardware. I don't think it's going to fit on the 4090, but I'm recording this video and I have all the videos with my Mac, which has 128 gigs of memory. So maybe we can bring that one down to run on less than 128, which I don't think is possible, but we're going to try that to quantize the model and see how it performs. Now, what we're going to do, since we have to wait for the model to download and to run on some hardware, which is going to be really expensive, we're going to check what options are available online right now so you can try the model. Meta said that Grok AI is performing. Grok AI has the option to, according to them, they have the model available. We're going to log into grok.com. And for those who don't know what Grok is, it's basically an API. It's an endpoint API that use their own servers with their own hardware, which is an LPU, language processing unit, which it's like a GPU, but only for inference. It's like an ASIC. So it's only for inference, and it runs really fast compared with the GPU. So they said it's gonna be available, so you can go to grok.com. You're gonna go here on top, you're gonna log in, and then you're gonna select the model. Right now they have the 3.18 billion Eastern and 3.170 billion, and they have the new one 405 billion. Now the problem is, I had the problem in the morning. When you click on that, is if you try to do something like write snake game in Python, Everybody type that, just to type something. And then you click on that. This is what's happening right now. So you are on a queue. Basically, they have so much demand, so many people type in things because it's free. So the people type in things to get an output, are you not gonna get it? I've been waiting here for like 5 minutes. I was not getting the output from it. At that point, it's unusable because you can basically just go to ChatGPT with instant response, or you can have Claude AI, which is a good one. I'm gonna be comparing those three so you can see what my workflows is when I'm developing an application or something. Because right now, look at this. Yeah, it's a great model. Everyone wants to run it, but you got a big problem. First, you cannot run it on your hardware because 405 billion parameter, forget about it. You need 2 servers at least. Let's say one, we're talking about $200,000. It's not gonna work. Second, if you quantize the model, then you lose performance. We have to see how that's gonna play out, but for that, I think the 70 billion model will be better. The third option is to use a cloud thing, like something you can go to a website and start using the model right away. Well, guess what? That's not working either. It's here. And for Meta, right now, the Meta AI that they have, this is the website they say they're working with. As far as I know, it's still working on 70 billion. So if you work with this one, it may be 3.1, 70 billion, but it's not the 405. So right now, yes, we have the 405, but it's very difficult to try. If you know where to try the 405, that you can launch a website and just ask questions and get a feedback and get the output, let me know in the comments below because I really want to try that. But keep tuned because from the next video, I'm downloading the model on the H100 server, which is 8 GPUs, and I'm planning to quantize the model so I can give it for you, so I can give it to you and you can use it, and hopefully we can run it on our own Mac computers or maybe A6000 GPUs or something like that. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video and I see you on the next one.